Okay, so today is going to be about shuffles, which is Chuck Berry stuff from the 50s, but people used it differently and you wouldn't even notice that it was. So, anyway, Led Zeppelin used it in some of their songs, and Ian Hunter, which I like, used it in Once Bitten, Twice Shy. I guess it's the way the song's written, but a shuffle is. I'm just checking to see if it's tuned. Okay. When you're hitting two strings and the in this case what I'm saying now is the one that's higher, which is down lower, like this is the D, and then you're at the base of the A. So I'm on the fourth string and I'm hitting the A open, and people will say that's Chuck. What was his name? Chuck E. Cheese or Chuck Berry? But Chuck Berry did that really fast. But okay, so if you're doing a song, what I noticed on YouTube that nobody's explaining to you. I see one guy that looks like he's playing it really cool, but he has the radio on or the recording. He's just going. He's not even hitting two strings. He's just he has the radio or the recording on. I'm gonna call it the radio, and he's just hitting one string. That's all he's doing. I mean, not what I'm gonna do, but I'm just showing you that some people lie to you and they play the song in the background and they're not hitting two strings and making their own sound. You have to be able to play whatever you can with for the song, whatever the song is. So my point is that because I was looking this over for the last couple hours, not playing it but researching it. I wasn't trying to like organize something to show you how great I am. What I try to do is figure out how it works, and the other part, practicing. I'm not gonna practice for 3, 4, 5 hours to show you something. So anyway, Once Bitten, Twice Shy. I looked it up. It's C G, C G, B flat, E flat. So I'm not gonna just all of a sudden hit those notes. What I'm trying to say is, what I am saying is, you have the C note, the C. We're talking about one thing, C note up high, and then you have the C note lower on the same. You have this, the C, right? And then it's D, E, F, G. I guess I was looking at something. He was starting in G actually. Okay, so on the E string is what he was doing. Is he was using the C note on the E string, and he was going from G first because it was a short video, and I thought he was on the C because the video was a short. One of the shorts that last 60 seconds, and then maybe I missed the part where he started. But anyway, if you were gonna do that, but Ian Hunter doesn't start the song on that. Ian Hunter starts the song on a C. But I think he does. That's probably why it was on a C. So I'm trying to say to you, if you start the song on the wrong note or too high up, you're gonna be trap yourself, and you can't switch because if you go high, you have to go low. If you go low, if you're playing it in high, you have to stay high because it's a song, unless the song tells you to play a lower. Like, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but when you're playing the song You're reaching for a chord. It's awkward to be on an open C and then grab the B flat. You're gonna run into some kind of awkward. It's a B flat because these strings are thicker. It's showing you how it even sounds awkward to go from a. So you're on a G. If you're playing the whole G and you're not playing playing the shuffle, you take your fingers off from the G and figure out what the shuffle notes you can find. So this is the G, and then you would try to figure out if you were playing in open G. Because it's not a shuffle, right? On the C, I can find the shuffle. On the G, on the open G, I can't find the shuffle yet. But if I went to the open string G, I could probably find it. But that's the same as playing a D, though. So the G is here. And that doesn't sound good because when you get to the B, the tuning changes on the guitar and it goes a step higher. So, and you have to go. And then you have to go a step higher. So when you're on the G, you can do the bar chord maybe. Yeah, you can do that because you're on the same note. But then you'll be playing, when you're playing the correct note, yes. But you're so deep. You see how that sounds wrong? I mean, it could sound right. And a lot of it they're muting. You'll see a lot of people doing that on YouTube. Well, I wouldn't really want to do that. And some people are complaining that, oh wow, this note's hard to reach. I don't know what they're talking about. And then you have the open strings. So there's no A in this song, so there's a C, G, and a B. So, which song, if there is an A in the song, I have to go back and check it, but there's E flat. See, it's an E flat, and I'm trying to see if that doesn't mesh with the A open, and that's the E flat. There's an E flat in the song. So if I hit the individual string with the E flat on the D string, it's the fourth string, I wouldn't be going out of tune, but I can't double it up with the A's. I know you're thinking, oh, he sucks, he doesn't know what he's doing. No, I do suck, maybe. I don't care what you think, because I'm just showing you stuff. This is the A note. There's no A chord in the song. I'm trying to double up so I can create a shuffle. And what I'm saying to you right now is I got stuck on the open strings because there's no A note in it. It's not that I suck. There's no A note in the song. Okay, it's not that you suck either. If you're starting to practice, keep practicing, keep playing. But okay, so the notes that are given are B flat, which is on the fifth string on the top. That's not open, so I can't play a shuffle with an open string. And there's not much I can do with it all the way up there. Sometimes if you let go of a string and make it open, you hit the wrong note. So this pitch Okay, there's an E flat. Okay, so I can go. So you can hit the E open chord on this song, and you can hit the C open chord, and you can hit the C open chord again, and then you can hit the G. We said was going to be a bar chord, but I'm trying to hit the G. Maybe that's the solution. Yeah, that's too low. The G chord is on the sixth string G, and the second string it's the second fret B, and then oh wait, my mistake. Oh no, it's not a mistake. It is a G. So it is a G. So. But anyway, I don't know what the shuffle is out of the G open. I mean, the regular shuffle is on the other chords, other notes in the chord, but I'm trying to use strings. Okay, this is the A. So it would have to be like this is the B. No, that's using the other chord. Can't use anything on fifth string, doesn't. Not on the fourth. Okay, so I can't figure out what to use on an open. So then you would use a bar chord. So then you have the bar chord G, but there's a second note that comes after this. I don't know if he's really hitting the B. I don't think he is. I think he's just doing that. And then remember, this is open C. And then the G. And then, oh, there's an E flat. I don't know if you understand my point. A regular shuffle is like, this is my example. Wait, the one that comes after that. E. No, it's not E. D or A. So you're going A. It's Chuck Berry shit. Yeah, that's a D. That's A. And then the open chord. I have A, B, A, C, A, D, A, F, A, G. The open. I'm going to pick a string. I don't know what the next chord is. So you're playing A, B, and C with that. low E. Nothing sounds right. It's a G. It's a G. Sometimes you combine two chords together is what it might be. Or it might be a G7 or something. Okay, so it's an A. Okay, so you're finishing on an A, but you're playing in the key of G, D, E, F, G, A. G, D, E, F, G, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, G, and C. So it's an A. So this song might be written in the key of C. Not this song, but the other song that I was doing for Once Bitten, Twice Shy. I don't even. This isn't even a song, but this is an F sharp. Okay, so I'll do that. F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A and C sharp. That's what it is. That doesn't even work. It's an E maybe? It is an E. See how it's low? That's why it throws me off. If I moved it up to the high E, then I can end the song. If I wanted to end the song, but so what was that then? So don't be fooled by the fret I'm on, because you would be looking at the open strings, not the fret here. So you'd be looking on E, open D, and G. So what song? What key is that? If you have E, and then you have A, and then you have D. You got E, A, D, E, A, B. It was a B. And there's an A, that's what all I can think of right now. So